Hello, 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 hello. How's it going, people? Welcome to stream. Thursday, 18th of September. We are live. We are here with another discussion. Another big topic, which obviously is going to expand quite widely. Let's just put it that way. Will Arteta finally release the handbrake at Arsenal? Because at some point it has to happen. At some point it has to happen because still long term, I just don't see it. I just don't see the way we play being sustainable enough to win anything. Let's just say it as it is, because it's been like that for now a year and a half, almost 2 years, and it has gotten us nowhere. We have finished top. We have finished second again twice. We have basically not done anything in semifinals and barely got to semifinals to some extent. We haven't achieved anything. We haven't won anything. Let's just put it that way. So the big question is there needs to be a change, and will Arteta finally do it? Will Arteta finally do it? And if he's going to do it, then when? Because it's kind of just a matter of time until basically the jig is up, the time runs out, and we're gonna be where we are once again in the same position we were before. So before we get into all that, smash the likes, all that good stuff. If you haven't already, subscribe if you are new around here. And of course, leave your thoughts down the live chat so we can tackle them, we can discuss them, and go from there. Obviously, at the same time, Champions League as well is going on. Eintracht are playing Galatasaray, Napoli versus City, Newcastle versus Barcelona, and of course, Sporting are playing against Kairat from Kazakhstan. We're going to keep one eye on that as well. Let's just say it as it is, because at the end of the day, we are a football channel as well. We are football fans. But overall, of course, we're going to talk about Arsenal more than anything. Big up, Mubarak. Big up. Hope you're doing well. Well, for me, I think it's time. It's not easy because Arteta has deep squad, and almost players look good. The thing is, do the players look good? That for me is the better thing, because the players personally for me don't look good. Yes, we have won every single game besides Liverpool game. Okay, cool. But do the players look good? Do the players look the same or even better than we know them for being? I don't think so personally. That for me is the big thing. I don't see Saka being the same. I don't know. Obviously, Gyökeres is still getting integrated in the team, and Mikel Arteta still doesn't know how to use a striker, so that's a completely different topic. Eze gets played out wide, and you can see that he's wasted there already. Merino, well, the less said than better, let's just put it that way, because Arteta is no De La Fuente. He will not know how to use him properly. Odegaard, well, again, year and a half of being subpar, let's be real. And we know that Odegaard actually can be good. That is the big thing. We actually know that he can be good. We know that Eze is fantastic. We saw that at Crystal Palace. We've seen Gyökeres being fantastic. We've seen even Martinelli and Saka being fantastic. But again, in the last 2 years, it has quite easily nosedived into the ground. And the question is, will we recover? Is that recoverable? Because for me, it is recoverable. But that is, again, Arteta needs to release the handbrake. We need to go into attacking football. We need to change the possession, obsession type of style, which is doing more harm than good, in my opinion, for Arsenal, which is not great. I'm not going to lie, which is definitely not great. But hey, I guess it is what it is. We're going to talk about all that. Big up Gunnar SC. No, end of stream. To be honest, to some extent, yeah. But I'm open for discussion and open to discuss different topics and obviously different thoughts and suggestions and ideas surrounding this statement and this question, because it is a question. And will we do that against City at home? Most likely not. Will we do that against West Ham at home later on? Most likely not. The question is when. Because we have seen that the handbrake has been pulled quite heavily. It's being held quite heavily, and it's not being released. So for me, that is the big question. When it's going to be released, or if it's going to be released. For me, it's not just when, but it's more of an if. Because you could also put a very strong argument and discussion into it that unless he releases this handbrake he has put onto the team with his style, tactics, ideas, we are not going to win anything. Because there's a possibility that we can win stuff. Let's be real, there's a possibility we can win something every season, to the matter of fact. But the most proven time when we have won something, or we have been within a chance of actually winning something, is when we played 5 at the back, I would say the most biggest chance was when we were playing expensive attacking football where there was no handbrake. So that for me is the big question in those times. Big up, Charles. What do you guys say about Henry and Gyökeres on USCBS versus 10 plus style Premier League legends plays wearing jeans? Has more flicks than shots on Gyökeres spinning track. Haven't seen it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I need to see it because I haven't seen it. Is it somewhere on tour as well? Because then I can go and check it out. Big up, Andrew. Big up, Andrew. I agree. No, end of stream. But on to more serious note, I don't care anymore how he handles the teams entirely on him to win. Exactly. At the end of the day, it is all on Mikel Arteta, how we play. It is all on him, how he handles the team, what he sets up us how to play, what he puts out, who he puts out. And it's up to him whether we win or not at the end of the day. Because, yes, he puts out a team, he puts out style, idea, tactic for the specific game. But it's up to him to adapt, to change, to basically influence the game. And I'm not talking just about the subs, I'm talking about the style, maybe changing from the control, maybe be more attacking, more press. Playing more wide, playing more deeply, playing more inverted at times, as mad as it sounds. So that for me is the big question. No excuses. And if he decides to handle this team poorly, he should hold full accountability. Fact. Because he has everything he needs to need at the moment. Let's be real. Obviously, for me personally, we still need a left winger. I would argue in the left back, maybe even another midfielder, to the matter of fact, right? At the same time, based on how the social media is portraying this, Mikel Arteta has everything. We get told by many Arsenal fans that Arteta has everything he needs, everything he ever wanted. Berta has provided him with that. So there are no excuses, no exceptions, no nothing. He either wins or he gets out. He leaves. At the end of the day, it should be the case. For me, it's been the case for years at the moment right now already. But, hey, go figure. Literally go figure. Whether that is true, whether that is not, whether that's going to happen or not. Because I'm kind of also, I am in this mindset that even if we don't win anything this season, this guy's staying. That is the nuts part. That is the scary and the worrying part. Because it doesn't feel like the club is in any rush whatsoever to get him gone to some extent. He doesn't get a major. He's not only should be sacked, but fined and booted. Yes, but I don't see that happening. I literally don't see that happening. That is the nuts part. Yes, there were some rumors as well that Josh Kroenke has had a meeting with Mikel Arteta, that he demands trophies right now. He has provided him with money, with support, with backing, with all that stuff. And it's now or never to some extent. At the same time, there is no 100% confirmation for what I understand, at least. And there's also a world where Arteta stays, even if he doesn't win anything. And that for me is the biggest worry, because how long will this last? How long can Arsenal basically survive with this? Let's just put it that way. How long can he survive with this? Because it looks like he has most of the fan base on his side, and he has full support. Like, that for me is the weird thing. Somehow the standards for this club has gone so backwards that as long as we get top 4, we look like we're challenging, we look somewhat decent in the big fights, we're done. We're good. You're fantastic. Yay. But that should not be the case. Because I remember when we have finished second, we have lost a game, I was genuinely distraught. I was embarrassed. I was angry. I was, not say crying, but wasn't far from that on quite a few occasions. But right now, finishing second is like Christmas for most people. Like, that for me doesn't make sense whatsoever. Going trophyless for me is pissing me off. But for others, it's Christmas. Oh, but we challenged. We were in semifinals. We were close. Oh, but we had injuries and all the excuses. At the same time, when we have won trophies, we have had countless injuries at the times, and we still have managed to get it over the line. But somehow right now, it's just, well, hoo-hoo, ha-ha. Makes no sense. Big up Gunner for life. Big up Gunner for life. Hope you're doing well. I'm good. I'm not great, but I'm good. I'm definitely better. Kind of gone over the flu and anything. I don't know what it was. It was a 2-day type of thing. Obviously, I have some consequences with having runny nose. I have my throat is killing me at times, but overall, nothing of the usual suspects anymore. What is the handbrake off means? Please explain for your audience, bro. Is changing the principle of play, stay compact versus go, more spaces between players, or change system, double pivot, lone CF? Well, for me personally, the handbrake off is actually not ditching, but shifting the style. Because we have seen how Arsenal can play when we are playing ultra attacking, expansive, beautiful football. 22-23 season was prime example of that, and we saw how we can play, how we can be dangerous, and that it nearly brought us success. Nearly, but we didn't get it there, right? Arteta basically got PTSD from that, and he shifted the style and everything to 180 degrees, fully to complete opposite. To control, possession, obsession, micromanagement, and all this stuff. And again, we have gone the same place where we were with the ultra attacking style. Now, for me personally, the argument is that this team is made for attacking without shadow of a doubt. But how can we play attacking expansive football when our attackers, their first task from Mikel Arteta is to defend? Because Bukayo Saka has openly come out in an interview and said that first thing that Mikel Arteta wants from his attackers is, well, to defend. And it makes no sense, because if we get the ball in our own end, we need an outlet. We need to instantly go on a counter. But how can we go on a counter when our wings, who are our outlets, arguably main ones, are left wing back, right wing back, somewhere near Timber and everything near our edge of the box? If we are lucky if Gyökeres at this stage is in the center circle somewhere. We are very lucky if that is the case. And that for me is the handbrake off. Let the team be expressive. Get away from this micromanagement, control system that he has implemented into the team, because for me the perfect scenario in this instance is you take the attacking blitzing team style from the 22-23 season and you combine it with the partial style of what we have played last season and season before, of course, where we control the game, when we see the games out, when our defense is rock solid. Because for me personally, that was a bit of an issue, defense, more than anything, when we were played attacking football, the 22-23 season, especially when Saliba went out against the Lisbon, and he was out for almost the rest of the season, and Rob Holding took his place. So for me, he hasn't found the balance. He has gone the PTSD. He's still getting nightmares, for me personally, from the times when we were playing that football and he got burned, that he just doesn't want to revert back. For me, that is the handbrake off. Free roam, free attacking, expansive football. In an ideal scenario for me, we play like the 22-23 style. We score quick 2 goals, let's just say, or 3 even. And then we kind of go to that controlling style that we play right now with possession. Because all the pressure would be on the other team. All the pressure would be on the other team. They would be attacking, and we then can try and counter them, pounce on their counters and everything. That for me is the handbrake off, basically. The best of both worlds, let's just put it that way. Big up, Gary. Don't waste the trip. Big up, people. Go subscribe to Gary as well. Go subscribe. Go show him some love. Arsenal fan. Does great content. Go show him some love, people. I think it could be all of the above, releasing the handbrake, getting rid of this 2-8-0 horseshoe formation, or turning the direction of transition into fast vertical one. Exactly. Big up YouTube Sensas. Big up watching Newcastle versus Barcelona. Good luck with that. Good luck. Hopefully it's a great one. Galatasaray have scored against Eintracht. Leroy Sané with an assist. Agun playing striker. Osimhen is, well, injured. He's not playing, so it's a bit of a issue with for Galatasaray. But despite that, there are 1-0 up already, to be honest. So that's great for them. If Newcastle is balling, wonder how long will they last. That is the case, because if Newcastle score a few goals, let's just say 2-0, that could be very interesting. But if Newcastle don't manage to get the goals over the line, I think Barcelona at some point, their quality will show. Looks like it's going okay. Livramento got lucky, almost got injured there. But overall, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Let's see if Rashford balls out. Obviously, issue for Newcastle at the moment is the fact that Visa got injured before he get to play for Liverpool. For Newcastle. Voltemade is sitting on the bench for this game. He's going to be a substitute, so we'll see how that's going to happen, how that's going to go. But definitely, Voltemade is going to come on at some point, 100%. If you want to see a team that plays the handbrake off, watch PSG. They're styling to changing his top class. Exactly. They play like mix and match type of football, which I really love to watch. Hence why I think 2 days ago, put out a short / TikTok where I said that the chaos that Madueke at the moment is causing in Arsenal's attack is good. It's helping us because we are so used to this pragmatic, boring, AR robotic style of football where Madueke is doing the things that we used to do in 22-23 season. We used to do before Arteta switched to this tall, controlled style of football where he's getting past opponents, dribbling, skilling past them, blitzing them with pace and everything. And there is nothing wrong with chaos in the attack as long as it's controlled and sustained chaos that brings us success to some extent. Let's be real. If Madueke had better end product, final pass, even goals and everything, it would be actually quite phenomenal to some extent. And that's how PSG does it. They interchange between in themselves. They mix and match. They cause chaos. They rotate with Kvaratskhelia, Doué, Barcola, Dembele, even Ramos to some extent. They run all across and they basically mix everything up. And it's very nice and it's very working like that. Big up Hendon. Big up Hendon. I'm feeling there. I'm getting there. Slowly but steadily, but I'm feeling much better. 100%. Big up Moose. Big up Moose. To me, he's still on fraud watch until January. I get it. If you mean Arteta, 100%, Arteta for me on the fraud watch has been for the longest time and still is. I'm not gonna hide it. I've been Arteta out for like 2.5, 3 years already, so it's nothing has changed. Barcelona starting to impose their game. They've settled quicker. Yeah. Barcelona are the team that doesn't get pushed around much. They won't get pushed around. Let's be real. Madueke is unpredictable, but he has no end product, and that is the good and bad about Madueke. He's unpredictable. He has the ability, which is great, which is something Arsenal need desperately, which also Bukayo Saka had until Mikel Arteta coached it out of him. Let's be real. Obviously, Madueke doesn't get double, triple teamed at the moment, so that maybe also is playing into that, right? At the same time, Saka used to do the same thing. Before he started to get double teamed, then we switched to control. He started to recycle the ball on consistent basis and all this stuff. So it is what it is. The issue, obviously, with Madueke is the end product. Sometimes the final pass, and of course, scoring goals. That is the biggest drawback with Madueke. If he could improve on that and get goals, get assists, and actually be somewhat consistent in those, it would work like a charm. Unfortunately, we will have to wait and see. The thing is, Madueke wasn't great against Bilbao. Let's be real. He was great against Forest. He was great against Leeds. He was also very decent against Liverpool. But against Bilbao, it wasn't too great for me personally, right? He did some good things, but overall, it was very average. So let's see how he does against Man City. Obviously, that will be a big telling against Guardiola or whoever's going to play left back. For me, the biggest question is who's going to play left wing for Arsenal? Because we all know that the Man City is one of the biggest issues is the right back spot. Either Nunez or whoever is going to play there, right? It will be interesting to see who we put as a left winger because I can see, actually, Martinelli starting. I definitely can see that. So it will be very interesting to see how Mikel Arteta operates that situation because I think defense is a bit of a weak side for Man City at the moment. They're very disorganized. And also Ruben Dias without Kyle Walker next to him looks very suspect and looks very vulnerable. So hopefully we actually find a proper solution for that left side. And I think if we actually were a smart team, we actually would target a bit more that left side than the right, in my opinion at least. Big up, Dre. Big up, Dre. Hope you're doing well today, my bro. As they will start left wing and 3 DNs. And that is the biggest worry. For me personally, that is the biggest worry because I can strongly see the same 11 we had against Liverpool, plus Eze on the left. We had also the same 11 we had against Bilbao. I can see the same 11 starting also against Manchester City. Now, since we play at home, we should have some cojones, as Troy Deeney used to say about Arsenal. Hence why I personally would put Eze in the 10. Merino holds the bench, by the way. Madueke on the right. And Martinelli or Vanieri on the left, unless Vanieri starts in the 10 and Eze starts on the left. That would be very interesting to see as well. The only change will be Saliba for Mosquera. And that is, again, a big risk. For me personally, that is a massive risk for Arsenal. Because Saliba has been injured. He hasn't had proper game time, well, for a month almost. Let's be real. Mosquera, on the other hand, has been into the system. He has had very good performances game by game. He's been into the team. The biggest issue why Mosquera might not play is because Arteta literally will be shitting himself because he doesn't know how Mosquera would be dealing with Erling Haaland. That is the only drawback. Besides that, I can see Mosquera starting. And for me personally, Arteta should be playing a player that is on form. And that is Mosquera, in my opinion. As wild as it sounds, as weird as it sounds for some people to hear, I would start Mosquera over Saliba just because Mosquera is more on form than Saliba. At the same time, Saliba at least knows how to deal with Haaland because together with Gabriel, they have the best partnership, in my opinion, in Premier League, arguably, defensively at least. And they have dealt with Haaland pretty much every single time, to an extent where he has been dead silent, where he literally has to try shithouse his way to basically unnerve someone. And I know that Haaland is also going to try and get under Mosquera's skin, which would be also arguably the second reason why Saliba could actually be starting, because Mosquera might not be as experienced dealing with such situations as Saliba, of course. Yes, of course. Mosquera has had experience dealing with these type of big players like Muriqi from Mallorca, like Budimir from, of course, from Osasuna in La Liga. At the same time, dealing with Haaland is literally something completely different. Completely different animal, and it's definitely going to be hell on earth in those terms. Napoli got a red card, I see people say. Let's check this. Di Lorenzo, a right back, got a left red card. Oh, bloody hell. Sporting has a penalty against Kairat. Hjulmand scored the penalty, most likely. He's going to score. Oh, no, he missed the penalty. Never mind. Hjulmand missed the penalty for Sporting. No, Gyökeres, they can't score a penalty. Nice. That's very, very interesting. Very interesting start of the games. I know it's a broken record, but in my opinion, our main handbrake is Arteta. It is Arteta without shadow of a doubt. He obsessed about not losing the ball and keeping possession, and that is the biggest thing. He is safe. Arteta is safe. If you need, basically, Arteta could be a poster child for insurance company, basically, or private security, because he wants to be everyone safe, play the safe ball, play the safe scenarios, recycle the ball, don't take any risks, and just go from there. Because one of the biggest things is, in football, you don't score goals unless other team makes mistakes or you draw up the perfect play. With Arsenal, when they attack, it's very hard to force our opponents into mistakes when they just pack whole midfield and the defense with mid-low blocks, and they cover each other, basically. Which means Arsenal need to force the opponent to make a mistake. And the only way you can do that is to do something unorthodox, like, for example, Madueke is doing on the right wing, is to do something risky, something unexpected, something unique and niche that we don't do almost whatsoever. How many times we have seen Martinelli, Gyökeres, even Kai Havertz to make fantastic runs behind defenders' backs, between the lines, and you can directly see that Odegaard is seeing the lane where the player is making the run, and he doesn't pass the ball. Even though it's on his strong foot, it would be an easy pass for him, or lofted pass. He just recycles the ball, passes backwards at the time to Partey or to Zubimendi, and just holds his hand up and apologizes to the forward. How many times we have seen that? Hence why I think Jorginho didn't play as much, Zinchenko doesn't play as much, because they are risk takers. They like to take a risk. They like to do something unique. And also, I believe that's why we are also not seeing Eze in the 10, because he is direct, straightforward, he takes risks, he takes on opponents, he's always subject to lose possession when he has the ball just because he wants to go forward, not to keep possession, but he wants to score, he wants to create, he wants to do something. Odegaard much rather keeps the possession and just keeps the ball to Arsenal, just like Mikel Arteta wants to do it. And the way we play is ideal reflection of the manager. The way Odegaard plays is ideal reflection of the manager as well, how he envisions the team and how he wants to play. So unfortunately, that is the case. And same goes for Ranieri. Same goes for also Max Daumann. It's not a coincidence that whenever Odegaard has been injured 2 times, Leeds and Forest, Ranieri has come on and we look 10 times better in the attack. Because Ranieri is forward thinking, he takes risks, he's very direct, he dares to take a shot, he dares to do a risky pass, and he throws opponents off balance. And with Odegaard, we see none of that. Let's be real. And it's not a surprise, but obviously, Arsenal fans will turn a blind eye to that. Many of Arsenal fans, and of course, also Arteta turns a blind eye because he cannot afford a 17-year-old or a just coming player Eze to outshine his poster boy, golden child Odegaard, his captain Martin Odegaard. Like, that is never going to happen. He instilled in them the fear of shooting from outside, of making any risky progressive pass. Exactly. Great minds think alike. We'd rather pass sideways or back in defense to keeper than make forward pass. Exactly. Unless we pass it into the net, don't shoot. Yeah. Exactly. 100%. Arteta will play the same lineup that started on Tuesday. Don't play Saliba as he's not match fit. Exactly. That is my biggest point. Don't play Saliba because he's not match fit. That's exactly right. We have played one top-tier team and lost, let's see, after City and Newcastle. Exactly. We have played one top-tier team, which is Liverpool, the champions. That's it. We haven't played City, Newcastle even, away, because we all know, even Newcastle are not top team. Last 3 seasons have shown how we do at St. James Park. To some extent, by the way, mind you, we haven't played even... we haven't even played Chelsea. To some extent, let's be real. Let's not kid ourselves. I'm very interested to see how we fare against Spurs this season. And also in Champions League, against Atletico Madrid, against Bayern Munich. I want to see how we do against these top teams. Because playing against these mid-lower end sides, it's much easier. There's no pressure because more often than not, we're going to come out on top. We should at least, but we not always do, but we should at least. I need to see Arsenal against big teams more consistently to see what he does. Juan Garcia doing madness for Barcelona in goal, yeah? How many times we've seen Arsenal having 5-10 shots with 0 or 1 on goal the whole game. We never test their keeper. Even a bouncy rebound may end up as a goal. Yeah, we do the safe option. Wait, let's check this. Let's check this. Let's just do this for the sheer sake of amusement. Liverpool versus Arsenal. 1-0, the game that finished. Where is it? August 31st. Yeah, see? Arsenal versus Liverpool. Just like you said, Andrew. Arsenal versus Liverpool. 1-0. 11 shots, 1 on target. 1 on target. Yeah, 1 on target. It wasn't great. Literally, it wasn't great. One on target. I'm just curious. Against Man United, right? How did we fare against Man United? We won 1-0, August 17th. Yeah, 9 shots, 3 on target. Look how many shots United had. 22 shots, 7 on target, 62% possession. Yes, I know, at Old Trafford we tend to struggle, but that is the case. This is the case. This is how we roll. This is how Arsenal play many times. That is the nuts part. And of course, then we play teams like Leeds, for example, right? That are maybe not the top end tier teams, right? And look, stats. Again, 18 shots, 5 on target. 5 on target, and we scored 5 goals. How often do you think teams have 100% conversion rate when they have shots on target? That's also not going to happen too often. 5 goals from 5 shots on target. That also doesn't happen too often. It was similar stats against Bilbao. Yes, it was. It was very similar. It doesn't happen too often. 100% conversion rate. That is something just doesn't happen as well. We played against Forest, right? Forest versus Arsenal, right? 3-0. We beat them. Again, 5 on target, 3 goals, 60% conversion rate. Like that, this cannot fly. At some point, this will end. Literally, at some point, this will end. 100% conversion rate, 60% conversion rate. In general, it sounds great. In general, it sounds great because we convert almost every shot we shoot on target, which overall sounds great. But again, it is Forest. It is Leeds United. It's players like Perry, Darlow in goal, Matt Sells. What happens when we face Donnarumma? We might get 3 shots on target, but bigger chances than not, Donnarumma is going to save them all. Let's be real. It's not going to be that easy. It definitely is not going to be that easy. Let's just put it that way. And that, for me, is the biggest worry. Last season, draws were dry on shots, and we had 14 of them. Let's check this, since you're mentioning these draws. Arsenal versus... against them. Oh, Everton. Never mind. I can't spell. Everton. We drew against Everton, right? It was 1-1, if I'm not mistaken, at the time. Or did we lose to Everton? No, we drew against Everton. Arsenal versus Everton, right? Arsenal versus Everton. Yeah, 5 shots on goal, 1 goal. 20% conversion rate, right? 20% conversion rate. Arsenal versus Palace. It was 2024-25 season. Arsenal versus Palace. It was 2-2. We had 6 shots on target. We scored 2 goals. It's 30%, 33% conversion rate. Like, these draws are not looking too great, is it? Now, I want to check this. Bournemouth versus Arsenal. The game we lost 2-0. This game. See, we were playing with 10 men. We had 6 shots, 1 on target. The game, is it the right? May 3rd. We lost 2-1. We had 4 shots on target, 1 goal. See, it's not sustainable. It literally is not sustainable long term to think that every single shot we're going to put on target is going to result in a goal. And that is what Arsenal are doing. That is what Arsenal are doing. Hence why I would love for Arteta to pull off the handbrake. Because if we go to that 22-23 season, yeah? 22-23 season. I want to check this. Arsenal 22-23 season, right? We played, just say, where is it? Seymour. I'm going to find these. I'm going to find these games. 22-23 season, right? 22-23 season. 22-23 season. Yeah, for example, Sheffield United, right? 22-23 season, we played Sheffield United. Oh, sorry. Screen disappeared for some weird reason. 22-23 season, 6 goals, 22 shots, 10 on target. See, we had 10 shots on target. Not 2, not 5, and we didn't score 5. We had actually chances. Also, those shots are blocked, as well. Yeah, exactly, because they play low blocks against us. 6 shot, 10. Okay, let's see. Who else is there? Brighton 3-0. 20 shots, 7 on target, 3 goals. Okay, Chelsea 5-0. Bournemouth 3-0 at Arsenal. 9 shots on target, 25. See how many shots we've actually produced? 25 shots, 9 shots. Now we can basically make about 10 shots, and maybe 4 are on target, and we score 2 of them. The sheer volume on shots on target in general we make, it's not adding up, because we need the volume of shots as well. We saw that against Man United, we had about 10 shots. Man United had 22. We had about 4 shots on target. Man United had 7 shots on target, and we somehow won 1-0. And this is the reason why I'm talking about the handbrake that needs to be basically released. We need more attacking, we need more threatening attack. We need to have more shots. We need to create more. Because so far, this is really, really, really starting to get long. It's not a coincidence that we had 14 draws last year. See? Just like Andrew said just a few minutes ago. Last season, the draws were dry on shots. Exactly. And we had 14 draws. Even the losses as well. I understand if we draw a game or we lose a game, we have 19 shots, 9-10 on target, and we score 1 goal. Okay, cool. We actually had a go at it. Maybe we hit the post in the mix. Maybe goalkeeper was standing on his head. He turned into Prime Casillas or something like that. Okay, cool. I can hold my hands up high and say we tried. We just didn't. We were not lucky enough. But in general, when you have 10 shots, only 2 on target, and you maybe score a goal, while you look at the other team, which you should be absolutely annihilating technically, yet that team has more shots, more on target, and arguably sometimes even more goals or the same amount of goals. Plus, they have almost the same amount of possession when you pride yourself in possession football, control football, recycling the ball, XG champions, and everything. It's not going to cut it. Long term, it is not sustainable. People are now talking about Liverpool as well, by the way. They have last 5 games, all 5 games they have played this season, right? They have scored in 80 plus minutes all the winning goals of the games. They have won the game in 80 plus minutes, right? Again, same thing. They are the champions. They know how to get it over the line. Van Dijk stepped up yesterday. Other players step up in other games, right? Szoboszlai stepped against us, right? Wonderful shot, by the way. Wonderful shot. Let's be real. People play, we played the perfect game against Liverpool and all this stuff. No, we didn't. Liverpool scored a wonder goal. That's why we lost. Yeah, but you didn't say the same thing when Declan Rice scored 2 wonder free kicks against Real Madrid, hence why we got past Real Madrid. Because up until Rice scored those 2 free kicks, the game still could have gone either way. We looked like nothing. It's just the fact that we scored goals, we drove out Real Madrid. They had to attack. So we actually could counter them. We had openings, we had chances, we could sit up tight in the back because we know that our defense most likely is going to hold up. Let's be real. And people are now talking about Liverpool in those terms. They're getting lucky long term. This is not sustainable. People do realize, right, that this Liverpool team has not clicked yet. The Isak played yesterday, his first game for Liverpool. Didn't have a great game, by the way. Didn't have a great game, but the amount of chances Liverpool created, despite the fact that it was 3-2 and it looked like they struggled and they won in the 90-plus minute, they have not clicked yet. And let's be real, once Liverpool clicks, it's going to be end of days. Because it's not going to be 85th minute winner, 92nd minute winner. The game, in most of the time, could be actually done by halftime, by 50th, 60th minute already. And they're going to cruise till the end of the game. With Arsenal, I get no such belief and trust that we're going to click, that something is going to change. Because so far, I would think that I would see some changes in the system, in the style that caters maybe Gyökeres, that caters Eze, that caters, changes our style, that we actually would become more demanding in the attack, more threatening in the attack. I see none of that. I see the same old BS I saw last year, arguably the year before. So nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. That is the nuts part. Again, we'll probably will shut up about his tactics if he wins us the league, obviously, but I can't see any evidence of him doing so, exactly because the same tactics have proven that we are not winning anything before. So there is no reason for us to believe that these same tactics, with pretty much no changes whatsoever, unless you call Calafiori playing striker, right wing, number 6, number 10, right back, a change. At the end of the day, we have no proof that he's going to get it over the line. And yes, like you mentioned right now, Liverpool knows how to push it into the second, third gear and scrape the win. We didn't look nowhere near that, exactly. Exactly. We saw this whole last season, and that is a big issue. Even season 23-24, we couldn't switch up versus Villa, both game home and away, and Fulham both home and away. Exactly, 11 points lost from 4 games, and we lost the league by only 2. Still butthurt about it. Exactly. And the thing is, that season, remember, in the beginning of the season, Gabriel was holding bench, Partey was playing right back. We drew to 10-man Fulham at home. We went 1-7 in December, right? Then we went to Dubai, and after that, Eureka, right? Just because before we struggled to score, we struggled to do anything. Havertz was playing midfield, right? Number 8. And after that, Dubai break in 23-24, Eureka, all of a sudden, the shackles were dropped. We beat Burnley 5-0, 6-0 against Sheffield, 5-2 against the West Ham and all these teams, 3-0 against Forest. We were blitzing teams left, right, and center. Havertz was playing striker. We were in a very good form. Remember, we went 16-1-1 in the after the Dubai trip till the end of the season. We were flying, right? But what happened in the game against Aston Villa? Havertz again plays in midfield because he wanted to shoehorn Jesus into the team. And that was all she wrote. We lost 2-0. The thing is, though, people say we lost the league that game, the Aston Villa game. But we didn't. People need to wake up to this. We didn't. Because we lost the league when we drew to 10-man Fulham at home. We lost the league when we went 1-7 in December. We lost the league in the first part of the season. And let's not forget as well, that season, we scored record-breaking amount of goals for Arsenal. Remember? That was the record-breaking season when Arsenal scored the insane amount of goals, which Arteta described as anomaly and all this stuff, right? But we also cannot forget the fact that we would not be nowhere near the goal-scoring record and all that crap, right? If in the second part of the season, we didn't blitz West Ham 5-6-0, Sheffield 5-6-0, 3-0 against Forest, 4-1 against Crystal Palace or something like that. Because those goals, the amount of that we overhit all the goals, basically we scored the chances we missed in the first part of the season, they actually boosted and elevated the overall goal tally. Because if it had stayed more or less the same, we would be in the same position as we were. We were nowhere near that goal-scoring record. So we have seen that Arteta technically can switch up mid-season, right? We have seen it technically, but he hasn't done it ever since. We have seen Arteta win stuff, actually, with a formation he has never used ever since. And now for the last 2.5 seasons, he has stuck to the same style, same system, 99% same tactics. And people still expect us to win something when nothing has changed. You cannot win anything unless you change, you adjust, and you, well, as Arteta says, develop. And we have done none of that so far. Arsenal could be 6 points behind Liverpool come end of the weekend. Title challenge effectively dead in the water. Yeah. And let's be real, after that we play Olympiacos at home, I think, and then we play Newcastle away. We could be 9 points behind after that even. Let's not forget we have Newcastle afterwards as well. Big up, Sean. I'm feeling better, much better. Obviously, have still the runny nose and everything, but yeah, big up. Since AJ is absent, people, please, yeah, people. Since AJ is busy with some stuff, obviously, I don't say. Sometimes I remember to say this. Sometimes I forget. People, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. People, show some love to the channel. Dubai unleashed the donkey. Second Dubai time donkey clash with the camel. Yeah, broke his leg. Oh, big up Eras. Benteke music in the building. DC United, who are not so united, who are more DC divided. Washington Bullets, who are shooting blanks. Washington Wizards, who are just like Washington Muggles. Big up Eras. I forgot about West Ham at home, but we smashed them 6-0 away. Exactly. Last year it was the same. 5-2, 5-3. We beat them at London Stadium, and we lost again at home to them. If you want to win the league, you cannot do that. Yeah, people, hit the likes and subscribe. Big up, everyone. Big up, Most Wanted. Hope you're doing well today, my bro. If we win the league playing this football, I don't mind. Then again, we have been playing this football for a long time now. Exactly. I don't mind if we play like this and we win. I have no issues with that. The thing is, though, I have seen this thing being played. I don't know how to even describe it, so I'm going to call it a thing for the last 2 years. Year and a half. Oh, damn it. For a year and a half, let's just say. And we have won nothing. Nada. Zilch. Nothing. So I, at the moment, have no trust, no belief, nothing to make me prove and believe that we gonna win something this season. I need proof. And there is none. And if you want to tell me that finishing second and all this stuff is proof, don't even talk to me. Nobody would care if we won by the terror haram ball, but there's no signs of him doing so. Exactly. Do you think Arsenal fans cared that the football we played under George Graham? 1-0 to the Arsenal, 2-0, 2-1 to the Arsenal. You know the song, 1-0 to the Arsenal and all this stuff. Nobody cared because we won. Now we play this, we don't win, and nobody cares. Nobody cares that we play and we win nothing. This fan base celebrates second place like it's Christmas. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. Arteta's record in semi-finals, in cup competitions, is pathetic. I think 3 draws and 6 losses, something like that. Or 3 draws, 5 losses. We have scored 2 or 3 goals in those semi-final games only. There is no proof that he can get it over the line. And the one time he has gotten it over the line, actually, he has never used it ever since. 5 at the back. Never seen it before. And I've never seen it afterwards. Open, expansive football. 1 season. Never seen it afterwards. Nothing. Only things that actually have worked for Arsenal at certain points of the season, we don't see anymore. But the things that actually make us struggle, the gears are not turning. Something is not clicking. We see on a consistent basis with no changes, no adjustments, no nothing. 13 likes, people. Big up everyone. Like and subscribe. It's a proven losing system, but we still do it what Arteta's gonna. Exactly. Arteta is the definition of insanity. Do the same thing over and over and over again and expect different results. At the end of the day, expect different results. Big up Nems. Big up Nems. Go subscribe to Nems, people, as well. Big up Football Locker Room Banter. I assume it's James. Big up James. Big up James. Hope you're doing well today, my bro. Nice streams you're having. Hope you're feeling great today. And go subscribe to Football Locker Room Banter as well, people. Arsenal channel does watch-alongs, panel shows, all that good stuff. And a very interesting dynamic. The channel is owned by 2 people. One is Arteta in, one is Arteta out. And it's a very interesting dynamic to watch. As much as I want us to win the league, I prefer us winning the Champions League, given that we are always shrugged off in conversations about Europe. We need to put that behind us first. To be honest, for me, don't care. I want to win a major. Like, I'm going to be honest. I want to win a major. 23 years. Almost 23 years without Premier League. Never won Champions League. Almost 7 years without FA Cup. Or 6 years almost FA Cup. And 32 years without Carabao Cup. We are 2/3 through Wenger's 9-year trophy drought. And nobody cares. That is the nuts part. Nobody cares. Because let's be real, if we don't win anything this season once again, people actually will find excuses why. They won't hold manager accountable. They won't call any shit out. They will find excuses. Like they usually do. That is the nuts part. But of course, I want us to win the league as well. Exactly. Everything needs to be won. Like Tony Adams said, Arsenal is a football club where trophies are a must. Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Premier League, Champions League, well, he said European trophy. It doesn't matter. Trophies are a must at this club, and no trophy is below this club. But somehow I go on social media And here Arsenal fans say, well, nobody cares about the Carabao Cup. Oh, we have won FA Cup 14 times. Who cares? I much rather win this. We are not in a position to dismiss any trophy whatsoever. Trophies are what makes this club what it is. We are who we are, third biggest team in England based on trophies. And big part of that are the FA Cups, actually. We have 14 of those damn things. United are only one away, by the way, people. And Chelsea are literally almost have caught us up in the big trophies in general. So we are as well this close to not even being the third biggest team in England, but being fourth. And if City keeps winning as well, and they start winning again, we might actually be fifth very, very, very soon at this pace. First is everything, second is nowhere, first loser. Exactly. Second is nowhere, first loser. That is it. Exactly. This is not Olympics. You don't get silver medals. Arteta is like the Knicks. Well, true. You kind of can't say that, although Knicks were Knicks. To some extent, I can see that. 100%. Bro, I think anyone else, people, they're happy, never witnessed our glory years. That's why they're happy, and I think Arteta has done a great job, but we have no identity in our football. Exactly. I remember the days when finishing second was pain, was disappointment, was anger, it was tears. It was literally heartache to the maximum extent. Let's be real. Right now, second place. Woohoo, second place. Yeah, let's celebrate, throw a party, fireworks. Yeah, shots, Lil Jon, everybody, and all this stuff. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Literally doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Well, for that. We can win major this year. Yes, 23 years is a madness, to say the least. We can win a major this year. So which one are we can... Technically, we can win anything and everything. Will we win anything? That is a different story. And I don't think we will win anything this season once again, unfortunately, because I don't see us being fully ready to do anything at the moment. But which one, James? Which one do you see us winning? Premier League or Champions League more at the moment? If you think we can win a major this year, Premier League or Champions League, which is more realistic in your eyes then? No trust. Really? Trusty the process. Yeah. He wins a major double, build him a statue for all I care. I'm like, if he wins Champions League and Premier League in the same year, by all means. I see. I'm in my 30s. I see, and I'm at 10 for this season. Yes, it is shameless. This is me being picky, though. Like, I have the option. We need to win something now. It's anything at this point. Same. No, the way Arteta is going, not winning things, most likely I will see Lakers win. Dude, if Lakers win championship before that, dude, it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild. Yeah, I do. I used to play basketball for 11 years myself. I do. Here's the link to Football Locker Room banter as well, people. You're wrong. I'm wrong, okay? I'm wrong. Damn. What I'm gonna do now? What do Top Gunners do when they're wrong? This thing Top Gunners do when I'm wrong. When people are wrong, when people say Top Gunners are wrong, what they do? I always forget. Oh, you're a disgrace. How dare you say that to me? You're a fake toxic fan. Fake toxic positivity. How dare you say that to me, James? Fucking hell. No, I'm just kidding. Genuinely kidding. All love James. I'm just kidding. In our glory days, we finished second a lot, and the fans were not Wenger out because we won some prems in between second places. Do you man even remember late 90s? We won at least something. We at least won something. We win nothing right now. That is the thing, because we can finish second I don't mind finishing second if we have won something year before, if we win something year after. But we have finished second 3 years in a row. Before that, we were fifth, we were 2 times eighth, one FA Cup, two semi-final where we got absolutely annihilated by Newcastle or absolutely annihilated by PSG. Like, for me, that is the other thing. If you win stuff and then you finish second, okay, cool. But we win nada. We literally win nada. And the fact that we finished 2 points behind someone makes no difference. In history books, it's City won it and nobody gives a damn. Because if let's just say I have to tell my kid in about 10 years, oh, you're an Arsenal fan for almost 40 years now. Tell me about the latest managers. Well, Mikel Arteta has been here for 20 goddamn years. I still remember the 22-23 season when we finished second. We were 8 points clear. Saliba got injured and Rob Holding basically screwed it all up. Then the next season, it was our year. We almost did it. And we finished second, 2 points again behind Man City, unfortunately. And Mikel Arteta has been here, hasn't gone past semi-final, and we have finished second 15 years in a row. And yeah, and the kid's gonna tell me, well, so you have won nothing? Well, pretty much. Like, come on. You know, it's all banter at the end of the day. I think we only have to beat Liverpool to win the Prem, and Champions League is possible, but the Prem more likely than Champions League. I can see that. But we only have to beat Liverpool to win. That's the thing. We only have to beat Liverpool. We have already lost once. So for us to actually win the league right now, we need to win every single game, provided that, and if Liverpool also wins every single game, we're going to be on the same points, and then it's all going to come down to goal difference at the end of the day. But I just know that it's Arsenal, you know? They're going to manage to shoot themselves in the foot somehow. We're going to lose to Bournemouth, or we're going to draw to, I don't know, Luton Town somehow, even though they are not in the Premier League, and all this stuff. Like, come on. It's going to be something like that. Unfortunately, we have we always manage to shoot ourselves in the foot, like against Anderlecht, Olympiacos, Monaco, Bournemouth, Aston Villa, West Ham at home, Everton, Burnley, Crystal Palace, and Southampton, and the list goes on and on and on. And by the way, did you notice they only mentioned relegation teams or mid-table or lower-end teams? None of the top 10 teams, by the way. That is the biggest issue. Yeah, I played for 11 years. Yes, I played basketball for 11 years. 8 years I played football. 7 years I played floorball. 7 years I played also volleyball. I played chess for 4. Karate for 5. Ping pong for 2. Handball for 3. And badminton for 2 as well. And on the side, I did sometimes some track and field, basically. Growing up, I used to think about whether I'd see us win a treble or not before. Right now, that thought is whether it will be a league or Champions League before I'm 31. Bro, I've been sitting here for the longest. I've been sitting here as an Arsenal fan for 23 years. I've seen a double. I have seen a double. I've never seen us to win a treble. I just, at the moment, it's very hard to imagine Arsenal doing a treble. Very hard to imagine, to say the least. Basketball, mainly football. I see. I get BBK on the Knicks. BBK on the Knicks, dude. By the way, speaking of basketball, right? I'm not doing great in basketball as well because my team is Chicago Bulls. So I'm also struggling in that department. We were winning trophies in the 90s. The problem is Arteta not picking up on our FA Cup or League Cup, and even being on top of 3 for the longest period is still losing. Exactly. And also the nuts part on top of that is winning breeds winning. We all know that. About Arsenal, the thing is, this team as a unit has not won anything together. and they have not experienced a loss in the final as well together. So they don't know what it takes to win it, and they don't know the pain that the losing into a final that it causes, right? So it's really hard them to get kind of into that mindset and to realize what it takes sometimes. And I think that's why also Pep, for example, right, likes to, like as always says, he likes to win a Carabao Cup because that gives them an extra boost for the rest of the season. It kicks them into the gear. He realizes it's go time now and all this stuff. I kind of get it. Big up Car. He will not. Arteta will always squeeze in baby Mikel in the squad, bro. Don't even. Arteta cannot be at Arsenal for anywhere close to how long Wenger stayed, or I'll straight up give up on football altogether. Not gonna lie, I can see that. I can see giving up on football if Arteta stays here for 22 goddamn years. For 22 goddamn years, you know. Also, the nuts part is Mikel Arteta has been here for almost, well, it's gonna be 6.5 years by the end of the season. He gets finished outside of top four, by the way, only 3 times already. Wenger in 22 years, 2 times has finished outside of top 4, and that was in the latter years as well, mostly. In Latvian, I trust. Big up Eros. Oh, I just played for my high school team. I see. I agree with you guys. Last chance this year, but if he wins, he has to get. If he wins, he gets 1 more year. None of this 3-year credit in the bank shit. Because if he wins and he gets another 3 years, and I have to sit here for another 3 years, go trophyless, instantly, because it's not gonna be not gonna be pretty. If he wins something this season, let's just say he wins Premier League or Champions League this season, he gets 1 more year. He wins nothing, peace out. I cannot sit here for another year of evolution, small margins, XG champions, best team in Europe, squeezing lemons, and then wait. For me, Arteta didn't pass the exam on the lowest scoring last season. I expected at least EFL and second, third. Now it's only a. I'm very sorry. Now it's only a major that will make me clap for Arteta. Yeah. Have played Liverpool. Yeah, they have, and they still win. That is the nuts part. Imagine once they stop playing stink and they kick into gear. That is gonna be the nuts part. Remember, this team is the Lakers. Damn people moving mad in sports. He only played 3 years in football and still was shit. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I've played basketball. I was a shooting guard. I played floorball. I was the right winger, and I was the captain of the team. I played football. I was striker or right winger, and also was the captain of the team. And in volleyball, I was, well, I don't even know how you call the position, damn, but yeah, I played a lot. Treble, we can't even win a single. True, that is also a big thing. The Bulls, don't even start. I blame Mike, MJ, Rodman, Heinrich, like Jackson, and all them men for all of this crap. It's just like I blame Thierry Henry and Dennis Bergkamp for conning me into supporting Arsenal in 2002. It's all on them. Goddamn TD and Dennis Bergkamp, them pricks, you know. Just kidding, by the way. Just kidding. Please, if you haven't, people, hit the likes and subscribe if you haven't already. If I'm Kroenke, the task for Arteta this season should be 2 trophies: Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup. If you fall short on EPL and just pick up FA Cup, you're gone. It's the Champions League you pick up, we consider you another year. Yeah. If Arteta wins domestic cup, he gets another year. Domestic doubles, see out his contract. His contract runs out in 2 years. Like, in those sense. Like, you say if Arteta wins domestic cup, he gets another year. It doesn't matter. Because his contract runs out in 2027, which means he either way, if he stays, he gets that 1 more year. Champions League or Prem sees out the contract depending on the next 2 years. He starts passed out. Still, yeah. He's in 2027, his contract runs out. This is me being extremely generous. I know it won't happen, yeah. No chance in hell. Hopefully, this is fact. LeBron James, all LeBron every single day. Every single day, time, period, and everything. For me, without shadow of a doubt. Without shadow of a doubt. Oh, freaking hell, my camera just did a mezza. There we are. Quick thought on 5 games: Liverpool, Everton, Bournemouth, Forest, Man United, Chelsea, Bournemouth, Newcastle, Sunderland, Villa. Are you not interested in another team? I am. 100% I am. I would love to do like a stream weekly where I basically do the Premier League preview show, but like the thing is, I stream only at 8 p.m. UK time. And nobody can come on at this time because usually they stream themselves or they do watch-alongs or they are on other panels. Let's be real. I'm a nobody on this platform. I'm useless on this platform for everyone else. So for me, it's in a bit of a conflict of interest in those times. Let's just put it that way. Larry Bird, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Jordan got facts. Lakers are winning championship next season. In NBA 2K, maybe. But Jordan, bad season. LeBron a better person, but Jordan the GOAT. Yeah. Pippen, Rodman, and all them, man. Yeah. Let them know, exactly. Those are pretty interesting. And with did you watch the Carabao Cup yesterday? Swansea beat 3-2 Forest in the 97th minute. They were 2-1 down up until the 92nd minute. In 92nd minute, Swansea made it 2-2. And in 97th minute, 90 plus 7 in the last seconds of added time, they scored the winning goal, made it 3-2. Literally, Swansea eliminated Ange Postecoglou already from the Carabao Cup. He's out. It was yesterday during the Champions League games. Yo, I'd come on sometime 8 p.m. if you ever give me an invite. Oh, 100%. 100%. I have no issues with that. Just find me somewhere. Whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on Twitter or wherever, just shout me. 100% shout me somewhere. Shout me somewhere. 100%. We are the Real Madrid of basketball. I don't remember Real Madrid going trophyless for what it feels like a decade almost. 100%. Zinni was a special talisman. Made me so proud. Damn. It happened at Spurs in his first season as well, knocked out in the first game of League Cup, yeah. But against Swansea and everything, it's actually kind of nuts. It's actually kind of nuts. Wait. Give me a sec. I want to find this. I want to find something because I just don't know where it was. Where it was, I saw it somewhere. Let me find this. It's pain. I cannot find it on the top of my head at the moment, but it is what it is. Next season is the season the Lakers win championship. Again, on NBA 2K, maybe. Nintendo Wii, maybe. On Sega, maybe. On Game Boy, maybe. PS1, maybe. In real life, no. No, this is, LeBron is one of the greats for me. One of the. But the great for me is Michael Jordan. I'm not saying that only because I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. I'm saying that in general by default. Please don't forget to push the like button. Yes, people, like and subscribe if you haven't already. But that's it is what it is in those terms. Champions League is kind of dead at the moment. I'm not watching the games, but based on results, it's not looking too hot, is it? At least from where I'm sitting. because at the moment Eintracht are 3-1 up against Galatasaray. City are still drawing against Napoli. Newcastle still drawing against Barcelona, and Sporting only 1-0 up against Kairat, and they missed a penalty as well. So Champions League is a bit dull at the moment compared to yesterday's games, especially that Juventus Dortmund game. That was insane, to say the least. That was a nuts one, but yeah. You forgot the name's LeBron Pack comment. What? Wait, what? Kobe always had a Bergkamp vibe with him. I hate that term. And I hate that term. Dude, Kobe, man, rest in peace. Rest in peace. That day, by the way, I still remember I had to go to work when Kobe passed away. Like, that day at work literally was hell on earth. That was hell on earth for me, I'm not gonna lie. That hit something in me I never knew I had. The connection I had with NBA and everything. 100%, but yeah. But yeah, overall, it is what it is. Where is it? Give me a sec. Wait. Give me a sec. Hey, stop. Yeah. Early season, still on first game of the Champions League. Expected to be a bit cagey at this stage. True. Expecting to be a bit cagey, but so far it's like compared. Like you say, it's a bit cagey, but if you look at yesterday's games, it actually was insane. Like even Prague versus Glim 2-2, Bayern Chelsea 3-1, Liverpool Atleti 3-2, PSG 4-0, Atalanta, Inter Ajax 2-0, of course. Then you watch Benfica losing to Karabakh 3-2. They sack Bruno Lage, and Jose Mourinho now is Benfica's manager. Juventus, Dortmund 4-4, Real Madrid, Marseille. Gimmick penalty, but it is what it is. But yeah, it actually was kind of nuts. So what? My team is the Bulls. So? Guernsey moving on in Carabao Cup, and Forest lost again as well. Swansea third goal was... Yeah, the third goal from Swansea was wild, 100%. Yeah, predicted the Newcastle 1-3 Bars, Man City 3-2 Napoli. Where the hell are the goals? Exactly. That is the thing. One thing I have learned the hard way on occasionally doing sports betting. I don't advise to do that, but if you know how to do it and what is what, then if you want, right? Not encouraging anyone to do it because it's a big risk. But the more you watch the games, the more you watch the matchups, the bigger chance you think there will be a goal fest in the game, the less of a chance it's actually going to happen. Just saying it right now. You either have it or you don't. For example, for me, Juventus Borussia Dortmund game, I said it's going to be 2-2. It finished 4-4 and even overseed my expectations. Let's be real. And all these games, like if the more you think it's going to be a goal fest, 9 times out of 10, it's never a goal fest. You see how Simeone was upset after Liverpool won. Oh yeah, by the way, there wasn't also a video where one of the Simeone's staff spat at Liverpool fans in the stands as well, like very open, straight in front of the camera and everything. That is just disrespectful and ugly, to say the least. But hey, it is what it is. The Bulls and Knicks are winning, and just like Arsenal, there's no difference. But yeah, it's nothing like that. Apparently, the Liverpool fans were being, well, not getting into that one, but it's going all over the place, unfortunately. Like, no, are good. We also have to play. Yeah, we have to play them at home as well. Will be very interesting how we deal against Atletico Madrid. Will be very interesting with how we deal against Atletico Madrid. When we do play Atletico Madrid, when is the game against Atletico Madrid? October 21st, so exactly in a month, pretty much, we play Atletico Madrid. Very, very, very interesting. Exactly in a month, we play Atletico Madrid. Very interesting. By the way, yesterday's game, right? Let's just think. Spurs beat Villarreal, right? 1-0. That mistake by the goalkeeper was embarrassing. That is the nuts. And if we didn't make that mistake, it would be 0-0, which is nuts part. Liverpool, though, can't keep doing this. They won't. Eventually, the thing is with Liverpool, the thing about Liverpool for me, it's not that their luck is gonna run out. They will click, and the game will be done around 60th, 70th minute already. I think Liverpool are gonna get to a point where they gonna win the game instantly in the first 60 minutes. The chances as well that Liverpool missed in the game against Atletico Madrid, it was actually insane to say the least. The game could have been much, much more high scoring than it was. I think Madrid will beat us. Interesting. We all know Lakers are in the championship. Well, when you sleep, don't forget to close your eyes, right? But yeah, people, I think on that note, I'm gonna end today's stream. Thank you guys so much for chilling and being here. Hope you had a great time. Hope you enjoyed the chat, the talk, and everything. Hopefully, gonna see you all tomorrow. But for today, I'm gonna be signing off. So if you haven't already, smash the like button, subscribe. But yeah, people, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. Hopefully, gonna see you all tomorrow. Have a nice evening, and hopefully, I don't know, hopefully what, but hopefully, gonna see you tomorrow as well. Peace.